Hi, my name is Andre Ong. I'm a principal lawyer and accredited property specialist at Sharrock Pitman Legal. A common problem for commercial landlords is where a tenant has vacated the premises and left goods behind. When this occurs, it is important that the landlord follow the required steps to prevent a possible claim by the tenant. Goods may be considered abandoned if a tenant has left them on the premises and not given directions as to delivery or future collection. Note that, unless there is a deemed abandonment provision in the lease, a reasonable time may need to pass or other clear indication of abandonment exist before the landlord can treat the goods as abandoned. Goods will not be considered abandoned if a landlord has refused to make delivery or prevented the tenant from collecting the goods. It is unlawful for a landlord to prevent a tenant from collecting their goods as a tactic to compel payment of outstanding rent or other charges. In terms of process, firstly, if the landlord can still communicate with the tenant, a landlord should give 28 days written notice to the tenant of their intention to dispose of the abandoned goods. Once 28 days have passed and the tenant has not taken delivery or given directions as to delivery of the goods, the landlord may dispose of the abandoned goods. Alternatively, if the landlord, after reasonable attempts at notice, is unable to locate or communicate with the tenant, then the landlord can still dispose of the abandoned goods by waiting for a longer period to expire. The period required to pass, counted from when the goods became uncollected, is either 60, 90, or 180 days, depending on whether the goods are low, medium, or high value. Once you can dispose of the goods and assuming they are of value, you can proceed to auction them. From the proceeds of sale, you're entitled to deduct your storage, transport, insurance, and sale costs, but cannot retain any amount for outstanding rent or other lease costs. The balance of funds will need to be forwarded to the State Revenue Office as unclaimed money. This can be quite a complex area of law with substantial liabilities which differ in different circumstances. As such, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. We're on your side.